With a piece of zinc attached to the top of a gold leaf electroscope using a crocodile clip, and a negatively charged polythene rod to charge the electroscope by adding extra electrons, we can easily demonstrate the quantum phenomenon of the photoelectric effect. The visible light photons from the bright LED torch don't have enough energy to allow the electrons from the zinc to escape, and therefore the gold leaf stays up as the electroscope stays charged. But if we use a short wavelength UVC torch, which gives out higher energy photons, when we shine that onto the top of the zinc, the electrons from the zinc can escape because the photons in the UV have a much higher energy. Once the electrons have escaped from the zinc, the electroscope is no longer charged, so the gold leaf no longer repels from the rest of the electroscope, which is why it falls down. This is a great demonstration when teaching quantum physics in schools, so let's look at a few steps for success. The first is to make sure that you don't have too much zinc oxide on your zinc. You should scour it or rub it with a piece of emery paper to remove the oxide layer. Once you've attached that to the top of your gold leaf electroscope with a crocodile clip, you then need to negatively charge the electroscope, which I find easiest by rubbing a polythene rod on a cloth or on my hair, and then touching the rod directly onto the zinc on the top of the electroscope. You can then see that the electroscope has become charged. If you have a Lascelles electric field meter, a really nice use is to show that it is negatively charged by bringing that up to the electroscope. You can then use any bright white light source, such as an LED torch, to shine on the top and show that the electroscope remains charged. The choice of UV source is important because if you use a longer wavelength UVA torch, such as the LED one on the end of this, then unfortunately the longer wavelength UVA photons have energy less than the work function of zinc, so less than the energy needed to make the electrons escape, and so the electroscope remains charged. So you need to make sure that you've got a UVC source, and then that has higher energy photons which are able to liberate the electrons from the zinc because their energy is larger than the work function of zinc. You can see the torch which I used had shorter wavelength 254 nanometer fluorescent UV source, which is what was working for the photoelectric effect. For safety, you should minimise the exposure of your skin to the UVC, and you should never look into the UVC or point it at anyone's eyes. An interesting extension is to charge the electroscope positively by touching the zinc and then bringing up a negatively charged rod and not touching it, and then removing your finger and taking away the negatively charged rod, and then the electroscope becomes positively charged by induction. The Lascelles electric field meter can confirm that. Now you can ask students what do they think will happen when you shine visible light and ultraviolet onto the electroscope. Most students will correctly say that with visible light it will remain charged. But the positively charged electroscope will stay charged even when you shine the UV onto it, because the UV photons can liberate electrons, but because the electroscope is positively charged, any negative electrons which escape will be attracted straight back to it, and so it will remain positively charged. But if we negatively charge the electroscope again by rubbing the negatively charged polythene rod onto it, which we can confirm is negatively charged now with the Lascelles electric field meter, then once again we can see that visible light photons don't have enough energy to liberate electrons from the zinc, so it remains charged with the visible light photons shining onto it, but with the ultraviolet or UVC photons, which have more energy than the work function, the electrons get liberated and the electroscope discharges. Do make sure that you follow the latest safety guidance for using UV sources if you're going to try this demonstration, and it's really helpful to use a visualizer to show an enlarged version on the board.